How's it going, guys? Today I want to give you my thoughts on the new roster update for NHL 19. If you guys didn't know, one just came out yesterday. They've actually added all the new prospects to their NHL teams, as well as boosted a bunch of ratings and some future prospects as well for franchise mode. So if you guys didn't know, rosters, active rosters, that's all you have to do. Download the latest one, October 11th, that's the one you want. If you have created any players too, you can do what I did. Obviously, you don't have to redo all that, so all you're going to do is press merge roster, and then you're going to merge it with your current custom roster. You'll keep all the created players, which is pretty awesome, especially if you made a bunch like me. So, just going to go through and kind of show you guys all the changes. Basically, a lot of changes in the NHL teams. Like I was saying, all the prospects that essentially made the team. All the NHL players, for the most part, I think, are all the exact same. The prospects have all gotten boosted overall. For instance, Isaac Lundestrom here, 77 overall. He was not that high rated before. Same goes with Sam Steele, now is 76. Comtois is a 76 as well. I think like Steele was a 66, Comtois 62. Obviously, if they're in the NHL, they're probably a bit better than that. So, any team that's had like a lot of prospects make the NHL team out of camp are definitely a lot better now in franchise mode, as you don't have to wait as long for those guys to grow, which I think is pretty awesome. Also, Kiefer Sherwood here is another one for the Anaheim Ducks. Arizona Coyotes here, I think, only have one defenseman here. Don't even know how to say his name. Lubushkin, I think, 75 overall. I'm not sure if they like signed him as a KHL defenseman or what. Honestly, not too familiar with it. Boston, I don't think they've had any extra guys added to the roster. Buffalo, obviously, Rasmus Dahlin. Definitely, I want to boost his potential. I think it should be high elite. His comparables were Carlson and Lidstrom. I think, you know, makes sense. He should at least be high elite. And next here with Calgary, you have Valimaki, now 77. Dubé is 75. So again, both these guys were like mid-60s. Basically have to wait an entire year for them to get this high rated in franchise mode. Now they're that high off the start. Makes it so much better. Also, too, if you just want to use them, you can use those younger players, not like stuck with them and play now or whatever. Carolina here, obviously, Svechnikov. I think they only upgraded him by 1 because he's already an 80, but now he's an 81. I actually saw him play live last week. He looked really good. I mean, the entire Carolina team's actually looking pretty good here to start. Next year, Chicago, we have a few new guys. Yoki Harju, 79 overall. Pretty big upgrade for him. I mean, he's looked very good here to start the season. Also here, you got Cahoon, 77. And then also Johnson here at 73. Colorado only has one new player here in Dry, 75 overall. Also, hopefully you guys are looking at the potentials. I don't want to like say all of them. Columbus, I don't think has any new players. I have like a list here of everything. Yeah, they do not. Dallas, though, Heiskanen, huge upgrade, now an 80. I think he was like, honestly, a 69. I boosted him myself to like a 73 or something. Now he's an 80. I mean, he's looked like an absolute beast for Dallas. They've also got Connor Carrick, who they traded with the Leafs for. He's looked very good too, so I mean, their defense is definitely getting better. Still, the big thing for me with Dallas is they're a one-line team. They got Ben, Seg, and Radulov. After that, there's not a lot of depth at forward. They do, though, now have Hintz. As you can see, he's now at 75 right there, medium top 6, so I guess we'll see how good he does. Detroit, my favorite team, tons of new rookies on the team. I think it was like a record for them since like 1975. They've had 5 to start the year, and that's without Zadina. So let's see here. Hronek, 77, medium top 4. Same with Cholowski. He was like a 68, so big upgrade for him. I think Hronek was like even lower than that. Shulak there, 76. He's got high top 6 though. He's older. Cholowski and Hronek both younger. Let's see. N here. He's actually not a bad player. 22, medium top 9, 75 overall. Rasmussen also 75, but has the medium top 6. Also, guys, in regards to Zadina, him and a bunch of other players didn't make the NHL team, but they aren't going back to junior. They're going to AHL. Which basically means EA doesn't have their rights yet. They have to like sign something new for the AHL. So Zadina, Carter Hart, Batherson, I think Jeremy Bracco, a couple other guys currently aren't in the game, but they should be in their game soon after like they sign that agreement. But there's actually one way to get Zadina in the game, so I'll show you guys at the end of the video. Also, you can see Zetterberg's now 70. Personally, I just prefer lowering him to like a 55 and putting him on free agency, especially since he's going to be on LTIR anyways. It doesn't really make sense to have him like in the game and counting as a cap hit when he's not in real life. Edmonton here, I don't know if they had them on before or not, but Garrison and Chiasson, both now on the team. Also, Evan Bouchard here is a 74. I think he was like a 69 or something before he got upgraded. Next year, this McDonald guy in Florida made the team, 74 overall. I really don't know much about him. LA, I know they have Anderson Dolan now in the lineup. So yeah, right here's Anderson Dolan, 73 overall, medium top 6. Also, Wagner here, 74 overall. He just made the team as well. Now, the one I'm sure all you Montreal fans are wondering about, what's Kokoniemi's new rating? I think he was a 66 before with medium elite, if I remember correctly. Now, I don't know what you guys are going to think. He's a 79 with low elite. So, 79 overall I think is very fair for him. I mean, Svechnikov's an 81, Zadina's a 76, but they gave him low elite, which I think's I don't know if I should change it to medium elite. I mean, I feel like he definitely was a reach in some people's minds, as Montreal just got him because he's a center, but he's looked pretty good so far. I feel like I might bump it back up to medium elite. I think 79, though, is more than fair for him. Again, looked very good here to start the year. Also, Brett Howden here on the Rangers, 77 overall now. I think he was like a 62, maybe even a 58, I forget. Medium top 6. I know last year he was medium top 9. Obviously, that makes the McDonagh trade a lot better, him making the team and playing well. Ottawa, this is a big one too. Brady Tkachuk, I had a created version. So theirs is like 5 overall higher, and they give him medium elite. Mine had high top 6. I feel like Brady Tkachuk an 80 might be a bit much. I don't know. They have Kotkaniemi 1 overall below. I know he was considered like the most NHL-ready player aside from Dahlin and Svechnikov, so maybe 80 is good. I still feel like high top 6 makes more sense than medium elite, but you guys can let me know. Also on Ottawa, where is he? The guy that's playing really well right now. Lajoie here, 21 years old, 77 overall, medium top 6. He's got something like 5 points through 3 games. We'll see if that keeps up or not. I know Shabbat's also looked insane. I think I mentioned that in like my last 3 videos. On Philadelphia here, you have Vorobayev, 21-73, medium top 9. You got Sumala and Chartier. Sumala we'd like always sign in franchise mode. Last year, the year before, he was always a free agent for whatever reason. So 24-74 overall with high top 6. I mean, it does make sense. We'd always get him, and he's kind of like not that high rated for his age, but he had good potential. Chartier there is a couple years younger, but not as high potential. St. Louis here has both Thomas and Kyrou on the team. I'm not sure if they're going to stick all year, but 75 overall, medium top 6. They were already like solid players in franchise mode, and now they're just going to be even better. And then Tampa Bay here has Matthew Joseph at 72. I feel like he might end up getting sent down just because Tampa Bay has so much depth. Toronto here has that new defenseman. Where is he? How do you even say this guy's name? Ozzy Gamov? Hopefully one of these fans can tell me. So he's 25 years old, 77 overall. Medium top 6, brand new player on the team. Also, Lindholm here, I believe, got an upgrade. He's now 76 overall there with medium top 9. Canucks, obviously, Peterson, 82 overall, high elite. I think before he was like a 78 medium elite. He might have had high elite, honestly, but he definitely got a boost in rating. I mean, he's going to be such a beast in franchise mode. As far as I know, no changes to Vegas or Washington. And now Winnipeg has Vesalainen on the team, although I don't think his rating has changed. I think it was a 75 before that. Also, I know it was medium elite. They bumped it way up from last year. I think it was like top 9 last year. Now medium elite, but I think the rating stayed the same. Also, there were some goalie changes all revolving around Toronto. They put both McElhinney and Picard on waivers. Both got picked up. McElhinney now on the Carolina Hurricanes. I actually saw him live against Columbus. He looked pretty decent, but I mean, obviously, Garrett Sparks has more potential. Makes sense to keep him. And then Philly here picked up Picard. You can see they now have him as, I believe, Elliot or Neuwirth. I forget which one. Currently injured. And then speaking of Toronto, so like you can see, I think McElhinney was a 79, Picard was an 80, and then they still have Sparks as a 73. I feel like just logically, you know, if they have all 3 and they decide to stick with Garrett Sparks, he should be the best of the 3. I mean, he does have the best potential, I think, but he shouldn't be like so much lower rated. It just doesn't make sense logically. I'm definitely gonna have to go boost his overall back up to like at least a 78. That like just sometimes I wish they'd use a bit more logic and like, I don't know, when doing the ratings and stuff. So that's it for the NHL guys. Like I was saying, a lot of guys currently aren't in the AHL due to like not making the NHL team, having to sign a new AHL agreement. But there are some changes to some of the top prospects in juniors. So the first one I'll show you actually is Lafreniere. Obviously, he was already in the game, but he's actually gotten a boost. I was kind of complaining about him only being a 76 every time in the draft. Even though he was going first overall, that was simply due to his potential at high elite. Now he's a 65, before he was a 62, so he should be like a 79, 80 out of the draft with that high elite potential. Kind of making him more worthy, in my opinion, of that first overall pick. Also, guys, they've added Jamie Drysdale to the game. 16 years old, 55 overall, medium top 4 potential. He'll be a top pick in the 2020 draft. I think he was like 3rd or 4th overall in the OHL draft. And honestly, I might boost him up to medium elite just to make franchise mode a bit more fun. I don't really think there's any top defenseman in the 2020 draft, at least right now. Also, they've added Liam Kirk to the game. He was drafted by Arizona in like the 7th round. He's from the UK. I think he's like the first player from the UK or something like that. So I feel like medium top 9 might be a bit generous for a 7th round pick. I think they're probably just doing that because he's like unique being from Britain, but whatever. I saw he was now added. And then second, I actually got a couple new players. The first here is Bode Wild. I'd actually made my own version of him for the new roster update. I think mine was around 66 overall. I think he might have been like a 65 for me. I gave him low top 4 opposed to medium. So still pretty similar here. Obviously, it's cool that there's like a real version out in the game. Also, they've added Perfetti here. 16 years old, 58 overall, medium elite. He's another top prospect in the 2020 draft. And speaking of the 2020 draft, guys, Quinton Byfield's now in the game as well. He should go 2nd overall behind Lafreniere. 16 years old, 58 overall, medium elite potential. So they have him 2 overall below what I made him. Same potential though, so we'll see how he grows. Usually he was like a 75 or 76 for us. So if he starts out too lower, he's probably going to be like a 74-ish. I'd like to see him grow more than that though, so I honestly might boost him as well. But it's cool again that there's like a version down in the game. Just makes it easier for everybody. It kind of takes a while to create all these guys, so if they can just add them in a roster update, obviously that's a lot better. I think too there's like a bunch of other junior players that have been added that I'm just missing. For instance, Fody here on the Spitfires, 56 overall, medium top 6. He was also just drafted in the summer for the OHL draft. I don't think like any of those guys yet were in the game, so the 2020 draft should just be that much better now in franchise mode. I don't want to go through like all of them, but obviously all those guys from that 2020 draft that played a game in the CHL are now in game. And there were also changes made to the ECHL and all the other European leagues as well. I'm sure some of those changes were simply just like taking guys off those European teams, putting them in the AHL or on the NHL, whatever. So I'm not exactly sure how deep those changes are, but like I mentioned before, guys, I want to show you, if you're a Red Wings fan like me, how to actually get Zadina back in the game. Unfortunately, I think he's like the only guy that's sort of in limbo right now you can actually get back. Carter Hart, Drake Batherson, Jeremy Bracco, all those other guys you're just going to have to kind of wait on. So all you have to do here, this first thing here, you'll go free agents, and then this one here, you're going to go prospect teams. As you can see, Zadina's actually on Prospects Red, but right now if you just leave him as is on the prospect team, he's actually not available in franchise mode for the Red Wings. So the first thing you have to do is add Eckert to the top prospects team from free agency. You could do this with another free agent, but it might make them unavailable in franchise mode, whereas Eckert is already not in franchise mode, so it doesn't really matter. So you'll do that as the top prospect team has like the minimum number of contract spots. After that, pretty simply, go to Detroit, send Zadina over. He's now back on the team. I doubt you're ever going to use the top prospects team. He's now in franchise mode. Everything's all good. So if you're a Red Wings fan like me, you can now have Zadina in franchise mode, or even just even play now. Obviously, like I was saying, it kind of sucks for the other prospects that are in limbo, as none of them are as young as Zadina, so they weren't on the top prospects team. There's really no way to get them back other than playing with the old roster, but that also means you don't get all the new updates and stuff. So it kind of sucks, but hopefully they'll get kind of all that worked out here pretty shortly. Other than that though, guys, that is it for the roster update video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I was saying, overall I think they did a really good job in terms of the ratings, obviously making it authentic, adding all the new guys. I just wish like those AHL guys weren't in limbo right now, so hopefully they can fix that up quickly. Other than that though, hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, leave a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, please do that. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.